Hello, everyone. Part two of the online livestock marketing series is going to review using online sales platforms. Again, I am Mele Oshiro, Assistant Livestock Extension Agent over in Kona on the Big Island. So, what are our online sales platforms? They are virtual marketplace that enable sellers to connect with consumers to sell their products. Very well-known example of an online sales platform is one that many of us use and know is Amazon. So e-commerce then is the method that is used to conduct online transactions in the different online sales platforms. The point of sale software such as Square, Intuit, QuickBooks, GoPayment, PayPal, Shopkeep, Clover, Shopify, all those are examples of e-commerce. Two of the more commonly used method of payment options are Square and PayPal. For the purpose of this presentation, I will focus on Square. Square has a pretty seamless integration with many other programs and devices that are already being used for many folks daily, such as our smartphones, our tablets, our iPads. So Square also has a simple platform that allows you to build and develop an online store relatively quickly to get your business operating online almost immediately. So Square's point of sale software allows you to complete credit card payments and manage many of your core business processes. You do not have to create an online store in order to use Square as a payment option. It can be used using your mobile app or desktop app, and you can manually enter credit card payments that way. Square has many convenient options that allow you to get set up quickly and has become a commonly used program because of this in order to set up sales platforms online to market and sell your products. The one key feature that's nice about the online Square store is that it's free and any fees that you incur are applied per transaction only. So for the purpose of this webinar, I created a demo store and used screenshots to help guide you through the processes of setting up your own online store. Again, you do not have to set up online store to use Square as a payment method. It can be used to accept payments without the online store. However, the purpose of this webinar is to demonstrate a way to get your products to an online platform to expand your market during the time of COVID-19 and any restrictions that have been implemented. So let's get started. There are two ways you can get started. One you can do by clicking on the link here. It'll take you to create your online store. Using your computer is what I'd suggest if you're building your online store. If you're just setting up the Square account to accept payments using your mobile app, you can do that by going into the App Store for your device and downloading that app. So we're going to click here on the Square Up link to get to the online setup and start a free online store. You will be using, if you're going to be using the free subdomain from Square, you'll want to enter your business information here so that the name of your business will appear on your website URL for the free subdomain from Square. Square has some pre-formatted business types that are listed. If your specific business type is not listed, choose one that most closely represents it. The information here again should be of the person that will be managing the account for the business, not the business name. The next screen will ask you to choose what you need to get started. I suggest to start with a single ordering page, and you can add more pages as you get more comfortable with the features of Square. Next, you will choose the delivery methods for the items in your store. Once those steps are complete, you can start to design your online store. Click continue, and now you are ready to set up your website. Next, you will choose the features you want for your storefront. Then you select a style, and you'll be able to change this later if you want to. Once those steps are complete, a pop-up window will appear with the different choices to set up your domain. If you use a Square subdomain, it is free. Your business name should appear in this URL as long as you have entered it in the start of setting up the online store. Okay, so all of that is done now. You can click ahead to design your website. Website design is done in the Weebly editor. Weebly editor allows you to make changes to how your storefront or your website will look like. And this is where you can access the featured menu items to add items to sell. There are many features, but I will focus on the basic ones to get you up and running with a storefront quickly. Use the side toolbar to access the different sections of your storefront. We're going to start here with the header. Layout options adjust where your logo and text in your header is placed. The logo can be either a text or an image, and you can add a link to the logo. For our purpose, we only have one page, so it'll link back here to home. You can turn the navigation feature on or off, and it is useful when you have more than one page to your website. Visitors can easily access each page from the navigation feature. The action button can also be turned on or off. This button links to the section page on your site of the items featured for sale. You can also turn the cart icon on or off. This becomes useful when you're not ready to sell anything yet. You can turn the cart icon off so no purchases can be made. The section style is used to design the header. You can choose to have a solid color or a background image in your header. The next section is the main banner. Banner headline can be used to add text if you choose. The main image here is a calf. If you don't already have a photo library that you want to use to add your own photos, Square does have an image library that you can choose photos from. There's another action button here that can be used to quickly get visitors to the ordering page of your site. The selection style in the main banner applies to the solid area here and can either be a solid area, or you can add text or another image to this section right here, which is that gray section. All right, now let's add some store items. There's a few different ways to add items. I'm going to show you how to do it first in the Weebly editor. So we're going to choose feature menu items here in side toolbar. This will take us to the area where we can add saleable items. Then you go to choose menu items, then follow the prompts to add the details for an item. After items have been added, they'll be listed here. If you click on the add more items, menu items, it will take you to the menu item list. This is what the menu item list looks like. From here, you can add more items and change which items are visible, hidden, or unavailable in the menu. This is a great feature because you just have to enter an item once and you can turn it on or off when it's available or not. You don't have to go through the trouble of adding a new item each week or each time you put a new item on sale for your page. To edit a menu item, you need to go to the list of items on the feature menu items section and select the item to edit. The details for that item will be displayed, and you can then choose to edit the menu item details. Another way to edit a menu item is to hover over any listed item, and you will see the three little dots to the right. Click on those little dots, and it'll take you to the Edit Information pop-up window. Click here to go to the individual item page where you can edit all the details for that specific item, or you can choose to remove the item from this way also. So this is the pop-up window that comes when you hit Edit Information, and this is where you can go ahead and scroll down and find the different options that you can add on for that item. Each item types have presets within Square, and I just chose the one that closest fits the description for any meat items here. Scrolling down in the menu items section, you can see more options that can be added to that feature or for that item. Still in the same editing pop-up window, under variations, you can manage the stock of an item. So you click on the dash to input the inventory information. When you click on that dash, this pop-up window will appear. You'll need to toggle on the Track Stock button, select Inventory Recount, enter quantity to update the stock, and then click Update Stock. And make sure after you're done following these steps that you hit Update Stock so that it saves all this information. Then you can go back and look, and here is the updated item now with the inventory counts. You can use the inventory feature to manage inventory at all your locations and set inventory for a particular location. So another way to add items is in the Weebly dashboard. Here in the Weebly dashboard, you select item, and then you go to item library. So this is the item library in which I was saying that all the items are listed here in your Square, where you can then turn it on or off and see which ones are visible or whatnot for whatever week you have. So you click on that menu item that you want to edit, and it will take you to the editing page for that item. You then follow the same steps outlined earlier to edit the information for that item. All right, let's move down now to the next section, which is the Contact Us portion. In the toolbar on the right, you choose Contact Us, and it'll take you to that section you can update where you can update your information. The Contact Us sections allow visitors to submit emails to you via your online store. You can choose what information is to be included with the message that is sent to you, and if you want it to be required or not. So for example, if you want to require them to have to enter their full name, you can choose to do that. The email feature where they have to enter their email is always required. You can also add a question to this Contact Us section using the preset question types. You can also edit and toggle on or off the description box in your Contact Us section. The description box is the reach out and tell us what's on your mind sentence that's there. The action button can also be edited for text, color, and size. There's also an option to send a form confirmation to anyone who submits a request to you via the Contact Us section on your website. You can select what your form confirmation text reads. There's also the opt-in feature so that you can get consent to send folks marketing information and whatnot. It's really good to continue to have visitors to your site and promote specials or whatnot that are going on. There's an added security feature also that prevents receiving spam from the form. It's that "are you a robot" little question that pops up, so it makes sure that it's an actual person that's sending you a request and not those little robots crawling the internet. Lastly, you can adjust the background color and look of the Contact Us area in the section style. So let's look at now our location and hours. Under location and hours section, you can edit the layout, the map, the title, turn on or off the store name, the action length, and set the section style for the Contact Us section. To edit the phone number, email, or hours, this has to be done in your Square account. And to do this, you have to exit the Weebly editor by clicking on Done. This will take you to the main page, and then you need to follow the different prompts here. Clicking on the X to exit the Weebly editor will take you back to the Weebly dashboard. And then from the Weebly dashboard, you can click on the three little lines there, which will then pop up the next Weebly, the Square dashboard, and you click on the house there, and then go down to Accounts and Settings, and onto Locations and under Business, which will then take you to the business location site where you can create a location. From there, you select Create a Location, and a pop-up window where you can edit the location information will come up. And that's where you can add any of the details that you want for that specific location that you chose. You scroll down and look for the business hours to adjust hours that you want to appear in the location and hours section of your online store. If you want your phone and email details to be listed, you can add them also, and then choose whether they will be visible or not in the location and hours section. Be sure to scroll all the way down and view all of the features that can be edited. Once done, be sure to hit Save. Once done, you may need to refresh your page after editing your location and hours, and it sometimes takes up to 24 hours for it to update. So don't be alarmed if you don't see those changes appear immediately on your online site. So our final steps, and we're almost ready to publish. The email subscription section for your customers allows them to subscribe to your website and, again, any marketing information. And the bottom section, or the last section here, is where you can toggle, is the footer, where you can toggle on or off additional features such as your social media accounts. You can link up any social media accounts here. They have certain ones already preset in there where you just click on check them off on the box and add your information there, and it'll go ahead and link up to your online website. And then it'll put those little icons for those particular social media accounts down in your footer section. So in the very beginning, you had to choose a theme or how your online store would look. If you want to change that setting, you can do that here at the bottom left at Site Design. You can choose to edit the main color, accent colors, the fonts, and the style of the button that appears on your page. In my opinion, I think it's nice to have the different sections with different colors. It just kind of highlights, you don't want to get extravagant, but at least to have different shades kind of points people into the right direction or to a certain section of your page. If you want to add more sections or a page to your site, you can do that by going up to the add button on the top left there. The section refers to a section on a particular page you are currently viewing. So the page adds a whole new page to your site. So like if you wanted to add an About Us page or a gallery page of different items that you feature or a recipe page, you could do that. But the section is a section on that particular active page that you're looking at. So once you're done, or at any time, you can always preview your site using the image with the computer at the top of your screen. You can preview what your site will look like on a desktop or in the mobile app view. So the little image on the right is the mobile app view. And then this would be what the desktop view would look like if you did a preview of your site. Now, if you're ready, go ahead and hit publish. And everything should be good now. And if you use the Square subdomain as a URL for the site, it's a free option and you'll be able to see your business name there on that URL. So what happens if you publish too soon? Nothing. You can go back and unpublish your site by going into your Weebly dashboard and select settings. You'll see a little unpublish button there. You just click on unpublish and click on continue. And then you can continue to go on and back and publish your site whenever you want to. And regardless of if your site is published or unpublished, you can still continue to set up your account with Square. You'll get a little notification in there on your Weebly dashboard there once you get everything set up, and it'll click on there to complete your Square account setup. You'll need to verify your identity. You enter all the information here, again, of the person who's managing the account. And if you've done all of that correctly, you will get your little pop-up window that says they verified your identity. Next, we're going to go back into the Weebly dashboard here, which is of course different from our editor. Here in our Weebly dashboard, I'm going to show you how to edit your pickup and delivery settings. So you go ahead and access the Weebly editor. You go to the website and then go to edit your site. Under that, you're going to go to access, and you go to access the pickup and delivery options. You go to settings and then click on pickup and delivery right here. And then you can toggle on or off the delivery options for that particular site there. And if you click on that site there or choose that site, a little pop-up window comes up on the side, which shows you the different features and the desired location settings for that site. You can go ahead and edit hours of the pickup and delivery using that menu there, and choose how you want customers to be able to schedule pickup times or pick up any of their orders. Once that is done, you can go back and scroll to check to see what hours have changed and make sure it has updated however you'd liked it. You can also edit delivery area settings, such as the delivery time, the fees, menu order requirements, and like the area or radius of which you want to be able where you want to be able to deliver to. So in the Weebly dashboard, you can also manage your orders. In the online store, you can change the status for the entire order or for an individual items within the order. This all varies depending on the order type and the item. There are drop-down menus that are available once you have orders that you can use to filter orders by status, or use that search options in there to find a specific order. I didn't have any orders in there to create as a demo here for you, but you basically go into your Weebly dashboard, click on orders, and all those orders that you have currently will then pop up. In the order section is also where you can cancel or refund any items that need to be done. So those are some of the other main features. So there's a couple last things that I want to cover that I think will be important. And one big thing is adding an additional location. If you want to add another location, you will need to do that in the Square dashboard. And you would get there by clicking on the little 3 bars there on the upper left of your Weebly dashboard. And then you will go ahead and get to the Weebly dashboard by clicking on that image, then click on the house image, then go down to accounts and settings. and go into business and locations, and then you go to create location. Once you're in there, you go ahead and add all the details for the additional location and make sure you hit save when you're done. And when you get back into your accounts and settings, you can go ahead and see that now you have 2 locations listed under your business locations. Once additional locations is added, you can return to the Weebly dashboard to go ahead and set up and edit that location. When you get back there, you'll see the little setup. You click on that. It has another pop-up window where you can change your pickup and delivery options, edit the hours for that location. And now you see you have 2 locations set up in your online store. And if you'd like to manage the inventory, you could also do that for each location. So to manage the inventory at each location, you go to your Square dashboard, click on the item. It will take you to this page, and you can edit the items by clicking on the 3 little dots there to the far right of each item listed and choose edit. In here, you choose how the inventory is managed at each location. In the pop-up window, you'll be able to select the location and then the stock that is available for that item. In the pop-up window, you can do all of this for that particular location and adjust anything for that item. So let's talk now about funds. So per Square terms, in order to receive funds, you'll need to set up your bank account. You do that in your accounts and settings tab. You need to link your bank account to your Square account or request a check so that they can pay you your funds that are due for any purchases. If you don't have a ACH enabled bank account, which is one that allows online or electronic transfers, then you will have to do the check option. However, checks are subject to processing fees and identity verification processes. So it may take a little bit longer for you to receive your funds if you don't have an ACH enabled bank account. So using your Square dashboard, you go ahead and access your account and settings and to set up your bank accounts. You can also customize receipts and such in this area. We're going to look at that. So after you click on your bank accounts, you can see the prompt right here. You're going to go ahead and click on add bank account. And after clicking on the bank accounts, you'll go ahead and enter all your information there. Once your information was entered successfully, you'll see this notice. It does take about 3 to 4 days for the Square to verify your bank account after you've entered the information. So it may take a little bit before you get funds in. So make sure you give yourself time to set all of that up and get verified. Another important thing is that your taxes are your responsibility. Square is not responsible for this. So if they do notice that you're processing payments above IRS reporting limits, they're required by law to report that information about you to the IRS. So do make sure you understand the different terms of the taxes that are needed and the different features that can help you within Square to input your taxpayer information. From the main Square dashboard, you can create estimates or invoices which work well to get people to pay for certain orders that they do, if they do phone orders with you or whatnot, and just to add reminders to folks to pay for different orders that have maybe already been picked up or something. You can also add personalization to your receipts, which is nice to make sure that everybody has their information for purchases that they made. So if they want to come back, they know how to get to you. You need to offer a receipt for transactions that are greater than $15, and you need to request that customers sign for transactions greater than $25. So I think these are the main basics that I wanted to cover that may help you get started with you when you're in the Square store, if you choose to do that. If you get lost at any time, I think my best suggestion to you is a way to remember where to go to complete certain tasks are understanding the 3 different dashboards that are used in the Square online store. So the first of the 3 dashboards is the Weebly editor. This is where you access your online store, your website editor, and change all those features of how your website is going to look and adding items. You'll always know which dashboard you're in if you go back to the homepage of that area and look at the tab there. It'll always list what dashboard you're in when you're on the homepage. Our second dashboard then is our Weebly dashboard, where you edit features such as pickup and delivery details. You can manage your orders in the Weebly dashboard. And the third dashboard that we looked at was our Square dashboard, which we have accounts and settings. Our bank account information is edited here or added in, and you can add and edit pickup locations, create a new location. Is all done here in our Square dashboard. So once again, here are the three main dashboards used to manage your account and online store. Get familiar with these dashboards. They'll be the key to help you in managing your online store. I hope you found this demo helpful, and please feel free to reach out to me at any time with any questions. I'll do my best to find you the correct answers. Thank you everyone for tuning in for this webinar. Mahalo.
Hello, and welcome to the second session of the Livestock Online Marketing Series, put together by CTAR University of Hawaii's Livestock Extension Group. My name is Shannon Sand, and I am the Ag Finance Extension Agent for the University of Hawaii. This series is a direct result from the COVID-19 Ag Needs Assessment conducted in April of 2020. I will be speaking to you about different online payment formats. So our objectives for today will be to understand different options to take payments, both electronically as well as physically, and including touchless payment options. We will focus on the two most popular payment platforms, Square and PayPal. Square and PayPal are some of the most widely used point of sale or POS options out there. The main difference between using Square and PayPal for checkout formats are listed in the table. As you can see, the fees and rates are the same. However, Square has a greater use of ease when it comes to setup and customer services, as well as virtual integration into existing websites. There are several different options available for card readers or point of sale options when it comes to Square. Most have no monthly fee with the exception of Square for Retail. The one seen most often in small direct marketing settings is often the card swipe reader seen here in white. Square's e-commerce integration has a wide variety of options, including subscriptions for creating CSA boxes and add-on options. Melelani Oshiro will be speaking more in depth about some of these options in her presentation. These are some of the different options available for Square readers, including contactless and swipe options. Square Register, Square Stand for contactless and chip, Square Terminal. Sorry, my circles aren't very good, you guys. Square Reader for contactless and chip, and then the Square Reader for MagStripe with Lightning connector, and then the headset jack option. So as you can see, there are a lot of options available from Square. PayPal also has several different mobile card readers and point of sale options. The setup is similar to Square, and if you have a PayPal account, you can convert it very easily to a business PayPal account. However, it is important to note that once the account is converted to a business account, it cannot be converted back to a personal account. PayPal has a mobile card reader, chip, and swipe option very similar to that of Square. A lot of people ask about using Venmo to pay for goods and services. According to Venmo, you may use Venmo to pay for goods or services using a Venmo card at merchants that accept the card, or through mobile websites or apps that are approved to offer Venmo as a payment option. If available, the option to pay using Venmo will appear as a Venmo branded payment button at checkout, or in some cases may appear after you first select PayPal as your payment method. Additionally, you may use Venmo to pay for goods and services when directly given the option to do so by Venmo. However, it is important to keep in mind that Venmo is designed for payments between friends and people who know and trust one another. For example, earlier this week, my friend and I ordered pizza and I Venmo'd her for my half. So it's very good. But what's really important to note, according to Venmo, is Venmo has a very, very limited protection program unless you are an approved vendor. So it is important if you decide to take Venmo, you understand the risks. However, Venmo itself does not recommend it be used in such a manner. So you guys have some really big decisions on whether creating your own website with an online sales platform or if you decide to use a third party to create your online presence. It's going to be important no matter what that you keep accurate inventory for your online store in order to make sure that you have enough product to meet demand. Thank you for coming to the online livestock marketing series put on by UHCTAR and the Livestock Extension Group. Please feel free to reach out to any of us on the committee listed below if you have any additional questions related to this topic or other areas.